Remember, use the right kind of glaze for your project and always ask before you choose a glaze to make sure it's the right one. Make sure lids are on straight and tight before shaking and after using them. You can see here that one lid was not put on the right way and the other one was. Don't shake this one because the lid is not put on properly. When you choose a glaze, make sure you remember if it's got an L on it for low fire glaze or if it's got an H on it for high fire glaze. Always make sure you put the jar of glaze back in the correct area. For example, if it's a low fire glaze, put it on the low fire shelf in the glaze cabinet. If you find a glaze jar that does not have an H or an L on it, be sure and ask the teacher. When you glaze your pieces, make sure there is no glaze on the bottom. If there's glaze on the bottom, your piece will not get fired. Always leave the bottom unglazed or it will not get fired. Make sure you remember which glaze you used. If it's high fire, then you set your piece on the high fire glazed shelf. If you used low fire glaze, put it on the bottom shelf. When you're finished glazing, make sure that you're squeezing all the excess glaze out of the brush. Make sure that it's cleaned out very good, or the next person who uses the brush is going to get your glaze mixed in with theirs. Always remember what glaze you used, not only if it's high or low, but make sure you know which one, because if you do not finish glazing during a class period and you have to come back the next class period and finish glazing it, you want to know which glaze you used. Write it down or take a picture of it. If you've glazed your piece right, by not putting anything on the bottom of it, use the correct glaze and put it on the right shelf. After it's fired, you'll have a nice, successful ceramic piece.